Hello everyone, it's January the 1st. Alright, new year. We have a hard question today. Let's get to it. So, I've done this before in the past. So we got to January, this is January as well. I'm not sure if I solved it by myself. By the look of it, it's not. Well, we'll see. Maybe I solved it by myself. You're given n balloons, indexed from 0 to n minus 1. Each balloon is painted with a number on it, represented by an array nums. You are asked to burst all the balloons. If you burst the ith balloon, you'll get this times this times this coins. Left, middle, and right. If this goes out of bounds of the array, then treat it as if there is a balloon with a 1 painted on it. The maximum coins you can collect by bursting the balloon wisely. Okay, so how do we bust? We bust this one, right? So I make 3 times 1 times 5. And then I bust 5, I go 3 times 5 is 8. Then I bust 3, and then 3 times 8. Yeah, if I bust 8 first, that's the same, but it will remain as 3, and then last bust 8, okay? If I bust 1, I got 1 times 5. I bust 5, I got 5, so that's a 10. Okie dokie. I don't remember the question at all, because it's been 1 year. How would you resolve this? If you burst the ith balloon, then you get this one times this and times this. Is it greedy to always bust? I'm pretty sure it's not greedy. I don't know. Greedy means every step we try to bust the maximum. But I mean, greedy cannot solve this because we busted this and bust this give you the same value. We can say we do greedy, but we also want to take away the smallest. Because we want to, I think. And this is greedy, like this is the maximum, so we have 3, actually no, this times together is smaller than this times together. But if I bust this, right, that's not the, so we do take away the smallest. But if you take the smallest, you should take off this, right? But now we take off this. Now, probably not greedy. I mean, we only have 500. Maybe we can just, I mean, not really trying all the possibilities, right? 3, 1, 5, and 8. Okay, let's think about it. If we have 1, we just have to take that. That's fine. If we have 2, right? We have 2, then definitely we take the smaller one because we burst either one. The result will be the same on the first round, and in the second round we'll burst the remainder. So we want the second round to burst the big one. So if we have 2, we always burst the smaller. So that's solved. How about 3? We have 3 balloons, right? We have 3 balloons. Now that is interesting. If we have 3 balloons, if we burst any one, right? If we burst any one, then we'll get a value, whatever value it is. And then the remaining we already know because that's 2 balloons. We already know what the result 2 balloons will get, right? So, I mean, we can just try burst all of them, right? We burst the first one, we get the result. We burst the second one, we get a result. We burst the third one, we get a result. Now, will it always be good? That's not likely. That we have to try. We have to try. So we burst the first one, then we have the multiplication of the first two, and then the remaining two we can produce. I mean, we can cache its value. So we can produce the value of 3. Basically, we just try burst every single one. Burst this first one, burst the second one, burst the third one. Okay, so consider that one also solved with 3, right? Okay, so 3 is solved, but what would it be? What would it be? Let's say we have 3 and it's solved. What do you mean by solved? Like in this case, 3 can be any 3, right? It can be 358, 315, right? 318, 158. It could be all of these combinations. So like if I burst 1, I burst 3, right? I have 158 left. I need to calculate 158. If I 1, so it's a range. If I burst 1, then we have 358 left. 358, that's not a range. That's not a range. That's the actual things, right? And we're going to compute 358. And if I burst 5, then it'll compute 318. But as I compute 318, I need to compute 18, right? 31, 38, and 18, and 38 has been computed already. So we're taking a massive. Hold on. What are you saying? We just do by itself 3158 to get a result, and then we just do 31 give a result, 35 give a result, 38 give a result, 151858. Okay, we gave the result. Now we have 315. But no, that is 2 to the power. 2 to the 500 power. No, that is not going to be the case. So burst 3, right? I have 158 left. And say I want to try to compute 158. Okay. And then I will have 15, 18, 58. These will all be computed. And then I say I want to burst 1. I have 358. 358. I have 35, 38. These are not computed 58. So we will have to compute every single one of them. All right? Yeah, that is 2 to the n. That is too slow. Wow. After a year, I still stuck. is a dp. So just need to figure out a freaking good way to dp this stuff. How do I dp this stuff? What do I even cache, right? I don't even know what to cache. Let's think about another way. We need to do 3158, right? What if I know the max of 315, right? Say we already know the maximum coin from 315. Can we say whatever the manner that is to create a max out of 315 can be helpful if we add an 8 to it? How would you compute 315? Well, 315, we would, okay, if it takes 3, that's going to give me 3, right? And now I have 1, 5 will give me 10. If I take 1, that'll give me 15. And then 3, 5 will give me what? Another 15 and a 5. If I take 5, we'll get a 5 and a 3 and a 3. So definitely we take 1 first and then take 3 and then take 5. Take 1 first, take 3 and take 5. See, that's not the same with the actual one. So even if I know 315 can produce this much, I add a value. Does it change the dynamic? When I add a value, we add 8 to it, right? And I know the previous one, the maximum can produce is this. Well, we can say if I don't pop 8, if I pop 8 at the end, if I pop 8 at the end, how would the result change? Well, result would change when the 5 is popped, right? When 5 is popped. So initially, when 5 is popped, whatever value we can get, I don't even know what value when a 5 pop gets. Because now it times 8. So whatever that value, when 5... Hold on. Alright, I'm back at it. Yeah, I don't know, like 315. If I know 315, and now I have an 8. I have no clue because it changed the whole thing, right? It's like if I know 3-1, and now I add 5, does it help? It doesn't really help. If I know 3-1, you're telling me that we have to, the order? No, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right at all. Wow, I have no idea. Not even a hint. Again, we know the case of 2. What can we surmise for case of 3? Except from just try every single one. Because try every single one is definitely not going to be the solution. Well, 3, 15, and that 5 and 8. We got 5, we got 3 and 8. We got more value, right? We got much more value by taking 5. Taking 5 does give me the maximum right now. Take 3 will give the maximum later on. Oh, is this not even on my nightmare list? Did I solve this by myself? I have no recollection of how I did it last time. Yeah, that's a combination, right? It's a combination. I need to bust the remainder and bust the remainder. No, that's not happening. Uh, maybe we can. Once we take 1, what happens when we take it? That's you're still thinking greedy, right? We're trying to find the best, but I don't think greedy works. Position, range. No. Alright, I need some hints. Let's see what the discussion can help me. Yeah, I have no clue. What was the maximum chain multiplication? Um, Maximum chain multiplication. It's a 3 level. I know maximum chain multiplication. I was taught about maximum chain multiplication in the algorithm class, but I forgot about it completely. This is maximum chain multiplication. You think about them as matrices, right? The matrices is 3 by 1, right? And then this will be 3 by 1, 1 by 5. Well, actually, no. Like when you remove this, you basically say you multiply two matrices, and then because you multiply matrices, the inner dimension is gone. Like 3 by 1 times 1 by 5, right? So the 1 is gone, so we got 3 by 5. That doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. How can you surmise this? So the solution is O(n) tripled. So basically, DP needs to run on 3 variables. I cannot figure out what 3 variables. Now, things like this, you know immediately. No, I did this already. You know immediately that this is not helping. All right. Just get a hint. Oh, I don't even have. Okay. I didn't read it very carefully. It's kind of getting a shape to look at the shape. From the top down to bottom up. So there's a top down and there's a bottom up. Still no idea. 3-level DP. Left, yes, right, plus helper, plus helper. Okay. So left, right. It is range. We are talking about the range. Left to right, a range. Okay. So we are talking about left to right, a range. So to obtain the maximum of this range is equal to what? The maximum range of this? You know what? Let's read it. I don't know. New nums. What the hell is new nums? Oh, it's add 1 on 1 on each side. Is the memo. If left plus 1 equals right, if left plus 1 equals right, no number within boundary returns 0. Huh? If left plus 1 equals right, So this, we're trying to get a maximum coin from left to right. How is if left plus 1 equals right? It turns 0. I don't understand this one. Immediately, I don't understand this one. If memo is larger than 0, we return, okay, that's the we memo it. If not, we're trying to find for I in range left plus 1 to right. Left plus 1. Nums left times this times nums right plus helper left to I and I to right. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? So left plus, so we try from this all the way down. We try to remove every one of them, but we don't remove the left. Oh, we do remove the left because we add 1 to both sides. And we start from here. So, okay, that is the first one we remove. And this is the left, this is the right. And for each one, all the way down to right. Don't remove the last one. So, for each one I remove, I get this. Okay, I got it. So each one I remove, then I get, oh, now that I put it this way, it's not that difficult to understand now. God. So let me think about it again. We do try to remove every single one. But in my previous idea, after we remove every single one, we are left with some values. What values are we left with? We're left with 3 values, right? And then what I say is we can compute the maximum of 3 values. But what this says is after we remove a number, after we remove it, that is the mental gap I didn't have. What I have is after remove 3, I want to compute 158. After remove 1, I want to compute 358. After remove 5, I want to compute 318. After remove 8, I want to compute 315. That was my mindset, which means after remove a value, we need to obtain the remainder without this and then compute it. And then that's a 4 choose 3 operation, right? That's very bad. And then with 3 values, it will blow up. But this method says after I remove this, right, then we have 318, and it's equivalent to compute the maximum of this plus the maximum of this. Now that is not clear. Why? So after I remove the value, then the maximum is, of course, 1 times this, and then helper. Oh, look at the helper. I remove I. Helpers including I. So I remove this, but then I say I don't get the maximum of this. I get the maximum of this as if we're still including 5. And on the other side, a maximum of this. And these, the sum of these two, so that is the mental image. If I remove 5, I get 315 and 58. Well, actually, we have 1 on either side. So we'll get the maximum of these two. Why is that the same as get the maximum of 1, 3, 1, 8, 1? Basically, that's the question. Or we just let's not consider the 1. 1 is just for programming purpose. If I remove 5, right, I get 318. Now this solution says if you remove 5, the maximum coin obtained from 318 is the same as the maximum coin obtained from 315 plus 58. Why? Why? Apparently that's not true, right? Hold on. Right? This is talking about I'm removing I, right? I is from this, so I does not touch right, does not touch left. So I remove I and I times the left times right. So this is the coins I can get by removing I. And after that, I say from left to I. And of course, left to I, 5 is not involved. 5 is not involved, but it will be included. It's including I, and I is on the right side as well. Yeah, that is the part I don't understand. It's not clear to me why. Why is it? Why? Maybe we can run it out. Let's try. It works for 2 values too, right? Okay. Let's try 1 5. How about that? 1 5. Oh, does it work for 1 value? Well, let's try 1 value. 5. Okay. So when the new value will add 1 on both sides, and then we're gonna go from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 0 to 2, right? So coming in, we'll have, we're gonna remove 1, right? That's the only one we can remove, because it's 0 to 2. So it's I in range 1 to 2, so we can remove 1, 5. So I remove 5, and I'll get 5, and then I'll get 0 to 1, and those will return 0. So this is 5. Okay, that's correct. How about 1 5? That's a 2 5. So we go 1 on both sides. So now, the first one I will remove 2, right? If I remove 2, I get 10, yeah. And then I say the remainder shall be 5. And then if I remove 2, I say the result will be helper. So it will become 1, 2. and 251. And 1, 2 is 0. 251, I can only remove 5. If I remove 5, it gives us 10. And remove 2 already gives us 10. Didn't that give us 20? Wait, did I get it wrong? Yeah, that's already 10. And then left and I, that's a 0. I to right. Okay? I to right comes in. Has not been done before. Max coin is 0. And then, so 5, right? 5 times that will be 10. So return 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Are you telling me 2, 5 or return 20? Hold on. This does not make sense at all. This does not make sense. Unless I'm mistaken. What's 2, 5? Remove 2, get a 10. Remove 5, it would be 15. It does return 15. Hold on, wait, what? Is it 15? This is not right. So 0, 0, right? 0, 1, 0, 2. 0, 1, 2, 0, 2 is 10. 0, 3. Okay, well, that's fine. How about 1, 3? 1, 0, 1, 1, 3 is 10. Yes, 1, 3 is 10. So 1, 3 is 10. Alright? 0, 1 is 0. So that's a 10. How come this is 15? This is a 10. This is not 5. What the hell? I can't even go through the entire thing. Okay. What do? We print this, 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 and this. Right? Because I want to know. Yeah, let's just return this. I don't have to print this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. I remove this. That gave us 10. So 1, 3 is 10. That's correct. 0, 1, 3. 0, 1, 3. Huh? 0, 1, 3. We have 12. Zero, 1, 0, 2, 3. Anyway, so it's 1, 2, 3 is right. Okay, now we're looking at 0, 1, 3. 0, 1, 3. That's the initial condition, right? That's the initial condition. Now the initial condition, 0, 1, and 3. All right. So 1. Oh, hold on. Times Ri. Oh, it's not times the next one. Times Ri. What? Times Ri. And that gives you 2, right? And then this gives you, so yeah, that's 12. 0, 1, 2 gives you 10. And 0, 2, 3. 0, 2, 3. That gives you 15. Okay, I think I misunderstood it. So when we have the 3, 1, 5, 8, right? When we remove, and then I go back to the 2, 5, right? 2, 5, we add 1 to it. So we remove 2. We record 1 times 2 times 5. No, we do not record 1 times 2 times 5. I kept saying 1 times 2 times 5. We have 2, 5. When we remove 2, we go 1 times 2 times 1. Wait, what is that? 1 times 2 times 1. Right? 1 times 2 times 1. And then I say I want to get 1, 2, and a 2, 5, 1. What does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean? Because from low to high, right, or from left to right, this obtain the maximum coins that we take away in the middle. So it does not touch low, nor do we touch high. So it does not touch the end. We remove the center. So what we're saying is I am not removing 2. What I'm doing is I'm preserving 2. I say I want to preserve this value, so it will be taken at the end. So we have a value, say, okay, I want to take this value at the end, all right? If I want to take this value at the end, then we must first take in all the values on the left and all the values on the right. Follow this logic. So if I have a value, I want to say I want to preserve this value so that we can take it at the end. That means all the values on the left must be first taken, and all the values on the right must be taken as well. And while they're being taken, they cannot cross over because I say I want to keep this value, keep the current value taken at the end, right? Which means everybody else needs to be taken first. I need to take this value, the last. Okay, so this value to take the last, because when I was thinking about it, I was also like, okay, I want to take this value, given a value, I want to take it first. But the thing is, if you take a value first, you're changing the array. And we do not want to change the array, because we change the array, it becomes more complicated. But if you take a value at the end, you maintain the structure of the array. You are not making any differences to the array. If I say a certain value I want to take at the end, right? So which means nobody else can take it, right? If nobody else can take it, then we have split this problem into sub-problems, which are exactly the same as the original problem. Like the current value becomes a guard, and I just take the remainder on the left side, take the remainder on the right side, because they cannot cross over, because the value they cannot take. And after them all done, we can add them together, right? Then I take me, because since I am the last one to be taken, right? And the guard on the left and the right are also not taken. So when it's my turn to take, it's going to be me with the left guard and the right guard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. When was this? 12:13. Yeah, I was trying. Rod cutting. Yeah, definitely. Divide. Oh, I already thinking about dividing two. Take the maximum on each and then figure out a way to consider the situation where the spanning balloon gets burst. The last balloon to burst. Yeah, I finally understood. It was the last balloon. Yes. Yes. It's divide and conquer. Yes. Oh my god. Three level. The diagonal, huh? Another one, diagonal. Hey, look at this, you won't be able to know. No, I'm not doing a diagonal. I just need to figure it out. Wow. Hard feelings, right? So it's been a year and no improvement on this one. Yeah, these are always hard. I mean, I after reading about it, right? So all I can say is the only hard part is we is how to divide the problem, right? Divide and conquer. How to divide it into sub problems. That is the difficult part. Oh, we shall put this one in the nightmare. Did I not put in this nightmare? No, it's not my favorite. It's not this. It's the nightmare. Come on. Let's do. Wait, where is the? What's the signature? Does it work if you refresh? I actually don't know. Yeah, it was very clear, right? After you read the solution, but man, oh man, this is not easy. So, oof. 312. Oof. I I wasn't able to solve it a year ago, nor am I able to solve it now. This problem, it is hard because it is difficult for me to see how the problem can be divided into subproblems. Now, usually, when I encounter a DP problem, I always think we pick some pick some value as the first step, and then figure out how the remaining problem can be solved as a sub-problem. Now this mindset reinforces that the first pick is the first step. However, in this problem, if we treat the first pick as the first step, we will have altered the shape, not the shape, altered the input array, right? Which makes DP impossible because the indices change. Unfortunately, even though I realized this, I was not able to make the mental leap to try treating the first pick as the last step. The benefit of doing this is, the benefit of doing this is that the shape, the input array, will not change after the first pick. And then we have, then we can split the problem into two stable sub-problems, right? It's a stable sub-problems. And the solution is quite straightforward from there. So yeah, so that's that. ON tripled, which honestly, which is not obvious from the top-down solution, but quite obvious from the bottom-up solution. Do we even want to do a bottom-up solution? I don't even know. But I do think we can still use functools import. I think we can still use LRU cache. I don't know why I didn't use LRU cache. Yeah, so we do need new nums. Yeah, I'm gonna use the same thing. Right, basically we just add a 1 to each side. Oh, what about 0? What about a 0? I haven't even thought about the 0 situation. There's another, oh my god, a 0. I realized when I was setting up the new nums, I did avoid zeros, right? How does a 0 play a role? So if I have a 0, right, and we need to avoid it, we need to avoid 0 at all costs. If you take 0, you get 0. Oh. I mean, you need to take 0 anyway, and you will take 0 the first, because if you don't take 0, then when you take another one, that's why we have the initial, right? So we say n for n in nums if n plus 1. Yeah, so always remove zeros first. Yeah, because if you don't, you're risking remove something else will lead to 0. And remove 0 by itself doesn't cost anything. So that's the new number, right? And I want to use helper low, high, right? This one will return an integer. And we're going to do LRU cache on it. Max size equals none, okay? So this one, eventually we will return helper 0 to len new nums, right? That's a low and a high. Okay, so what do we do? So first of all, if low plus 1 equals high, we return 0. So this is, like I said in the last time, this is we only have guards. We only have guards in this range, no value, no number. Otherwise, then we're going to take every single one, right? We're going to say max coin equals to 0. And for I in range from low plus 1 all the way to high, then this is not take, is a treat new nums I as the last to pick. We can say this is the last to pick. How do we do the last to pick? and we can just say max coin equals maximum, right? And max coin, and if I is the last to pick, then gonna be new nums low times new nums I times new nums Ri. That is not Ri, high. That is the trick, right? Because I is the last to pick. And if I is the last to pick, then we divide it into two subproblems. And each subproblem, right? Each subproblem has the guard, right? So plus helper, the guard is the low to I becomes the guard, plus helper I and high. So we need to also comment on this one. I becomes the guard. And of course, once we're done, we're gonna return max coin. And wow. Ooh. How do you think like this? I mean, all I can say is experience, right? But honestly, like if you give me a route cutting problem, I still will have trouble solving the route cutting problem. Maybe once in a while we need to do these tough triple, problem just to get a feeling how dynamic works, how DP works. Oh, we don't even got it right. What the heck? Oh, right, -1. Because we low and high is the index of the guard. Yeah. Screw me. No. Uh-oh. Something ain't right. What? What the hell happened? What the hell? 70 test cases. 70 test cases. What the hell? Is it difference? Is there any difference? Well, n is not smaller. N is always larger. Yeah, we did do that. I mean, I used the cache. I don't have to do this. Ow. What? Or did they change some? I don't know. Wait. This is an interesting development. I did not foresee this. The heck? $111 milliseconds. That's the longest I've ever had. Why is aerial cache is not working? Wait, is it because aerial cache? Well, the only way to find out is to figure out. Jeez, we do have to figure out the bottom up. All right, let's do this. Bottom up. Oh, we know that it's low and high, right? So it's going to be a 2D table. That's fine. And yeah, let's use this as an example. Yeah, let's figure out the 2D. So we have 4 values in this one, so we need 6, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what we want to find out is 0 to 5. Right? That's what we want to find out, 0 to 5. Okay. Now to find out 0 to 5, we say we're going to go 1. So to find out 1, we have 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1. So all these are zeros. Oh, hold on. So these are zeros. So 0, 1 is 0. Right? These are non-value. 1, 2 is 0. 2, 3 is 0. 3, 4 is 0. 4, 5 is 0. So these are all zeros, right? And we want to find out, 0, 1 is 0. All right, so then we need to find out 1, 5, right? Okay, so we need to find out 1, 5. Now, to find out 1, 5, man, that's too complicated. Let's narrow it down. Let's narrow it down. Let's narrow it down to like 3 values. Okay, let's say I want to find out 0, 2. 0, 1, 2, right? To find out 0, 1, 2, I'll take the 1 and divide the problem into 0, 1 and a 1, 2. 0, 1 and a 1, 2. So, 0, 2 is dependent on 0, 1 and a 1, 2. Okay? That's 0, 2. Now let's see 1, 3. 1, this is 1, 3, right? 1, 3. And remember, when we say 1, 3, we're focusing on one value. These two are the guards, right? So for 1, 3, what we need is 1, 2. So 1, 3 requires 1, 2, and 2, 3. Okay? So by this, we fill up this. That's a diagonal, right? And then for 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 3, we need what? For 0, 3, so for 0, 3, we need 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, 2, 2, 3, right? So for 0, 3, we need 0, 0, 1, and 1, 3, right? 0, 1, 1, 3, and 0, 2, 2, 3. Yes, so we filling this thing up diagonally. Okay, so now we have that, we need to code it, right? Code it. So we're gonna go diagonal wise. How many diagonals are there? Well, there are 4, which is the original. So n minus 2, that's a diagonal. And for each diagonal, we just go diagonal down. Let's try it. And then, so yeah, every time this type of exercises involving figure out the diagonal. Figure out the bottom up. So this is bottom up. The infamous diagonal DP. The infamous diagonal DP. Okay, so we first need this one. We still need, right? And after that, we need DP 0 times n for this. Oh, we don't even have an n. N equals len new nums. Okay, so 0 times n for this in range n. Okay, so that's a DP. For k in range, we know is n minus 2, right? So what is k? K represents kth diagonal. The infamous DP, where values are filled diagonally. Okay, so the kth diagonal, right? And then what? And then we have this, right? And then we have go this. So we can go I, right? For I in range. So I will be in range from 2, right? Because 0, 1, 2. 2 to the n, right? So for I, that is, well, that's actually j. So we go I, yeah, we go j first. So j is, so this is column-wise, right? And then for each column that we're going to see, we're going to go right? So what we do is for I in range, right? So I is always go from 0 to what? 2. So if it's here, we go to 3. This we go to 2. So 1 is go to 0. So that shall be n in range n, right? Minus, how about n minus j? Let's see if n minus j is right. So n is 6, right? Don't forget, n is 6. J starts with 2, so 6 minus 2 is 4. So do I go to 4? I go to 0, 1, 2, 3. That is correct. So next one, j is 3, right? So 6 minus 3 is 3. So I go to 2. I think this is correct. So this is row-wise, right? So for this, then we can say, right? Then we can say for I in this, wait, hold on. For I'm just like, this is at each position, right? And if I'm each position, I still need to, hold on. What is I? No. What we need to find out, hold on. What we need to find out is all these values, right? That's 0, 3. This shall equal to the maximum of this plus this plus this plus this. Uh-oh, you have some issue. Yeah, like given 0, 3, right? If I have 0, 3, 0, 3 equals the maximum of pick 1, pick 2, right? When you pick 1 and pick 2. So 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, 2, 2, 3. If it's 4, then it means 0, 1, 1, 4, 0, 2, 2, 4, 0, 3, 3, 4. Hold on. Yeah, we try to fill those numbers out first, right? So ij is, oh my god, we have run another one? Yeah, I feel like I need to run another one. Hold on. Well, this is what I think is happening. I need to run another one. Let's say for L in range, because it's from I to J, right? So it's I plus 1 to J. And, well, actually, it's not max coin because we have max coin, I already know. So we just say dp ij equals max dp ij and nums I times nums L times nums J, right, plus dp IL plus dp LJ. That's 4 levels. Dude, that's 4 levels. Then we return, that's not do, it's dp. Return what? dp 0 and n minus 1. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Next out of range. The heck? Oh, new nums. My bad. It is correct. We'll go back to, yeah, this is today. Huh. Something is not right. That is correct. For J, K plus 2 to N. Hold a sec. Oh, holy moly. No, that's not. Yeah, that's not 2. Because if K, right, K is 0. K is 0, J is 2. K is 1, J is 3. K is 2, J is 4. So, oh my god, this is K plus 2. Oh man. The ability to do DP just drops tremendously. Okay, so now we got the J, which is the column, right? Now, for I, right? So we have the J, and I, we can just go through them. Hold on. So if I go through them, and if I need, so let's say K is 0, okay? K is 0, so J is equal to 2. And I is going to be, yeah, what is I going to be? So 0 and then, so J is 2. So I want to find out 0 to 2, right? So I is going to be here. So 1, I is going to be 1. Right, so to compute 0, 2, I need 0, 2, I need a 0, 1, and a 1, 2, which are both 0, so they're already done, right? Okay, so none of these things are there yet. Okay, now let's say that is done. Right now I want to compute 0, 3. So to compute 0, 3, I need 0, 1, 1, 3, and 0, 2, 2, 3. So I need a 0, 1, and 1, 3. I don't have 1, 3 because I haven't computed 1 yet. I haven't computed 1, 3 yet. Now I have not computed 1, 3 yet. Hold on. I can grab an I already. Huh? J does starts from here, right? J starts from here. And where does I start? I equals J minus K minus 2. What the heck? It's diagonal, right? Aren't we supposed to compute like 0, 2? So 0, 2 requires this, and then 0, 3 requires 0, 1, 1, 3, right? Okay. 0, 3 requires 0, 1, 1, 3, right? 1, 3. So we need to compute 1, 3. And 0, 2, and 2, 3. Now 2, 3 we already know. 0, 2 we compute, so we need to compute 1, 3, right? So we're going to compute 1, 3. So to know 0, 3, we need to compute 1, 3. But in this case, where do we compute 1, 3? So that's like what I mean when I have to go diagonal down, right? So when there's K, right, and we set J is going to be 2, 3, this. So whenever we have a K, we have a J, right? Oh, we will have a, hold on, so, no. So K is this, so when we have, hold on. So J, we loop through J to go through every single one. Oh yes, for every J, we shall be able to get a I. So when J is 2, when K is equal to 0, J needs to be 2, and I need to be 0. And when K is 0, J is 3, I needs to be 1. And then if J is 4, I needs to be 2. So there is a relationship between these two. Oh my god. What was I doing? Okay. So what was the relationship? Well, I need to equal 2. So K is 0. So it'll be J minus 2, right? So what if K is equal 1? If K is equal 1, which is the second diagonal, and J will start from 3, right? And I will equal to 0. And J, if it is 4, I is 1. If j is 5, I is 2. So for j minus 2 minus k, that's how you get this. And this is for L. Yeah, that is the, oh my god. So it's not column-wise, it's essentially use column index to indicate a diagonal. Column index to indicate a diagonal cell. Okay. So I'm going to run this again. So by the runtime of this, we can tell whether they have changed their test cases. Yeah, I think they have definitely changed their test cases. Yeah, they definitely have. They definitely have. Because these two solutions is exactly the same as these two. And they are like what, 10, 20 times. Well, exactly 20 times, right? 20 times is about 8,000 milliseconds. 20 times is like 14,000. So yeah, so they definitely changed. So, oh man, this runs at this. Jeez. Holy guacamole. It's 30%, right? It's not that bad. It's 30% ranking. The suspicion, right? This is almost 20 times slower than the same solution submitted a year ago. Since there is no change in the number of test cases, both occasions there are 70. My guess is that some test cases have been updated. Oh, and 3. Apparently, my ability to decipher a diagonal dp has dropped. It is necessary to revisit the rod cutting problem. All right, this one runs in 8,000 milliseconds. Also, about 20 times slower than the same solution submitted a year ago. There is definitely change in the test case. All right. Wow. So, yeah, I think diagonal is always the pinnacle, right, of DP. If you can figure out the diagonal DP, then I mean the thing is, I figure it out every time, but as time goes by, I forgot. I forgot about. Yeah, it's not about like this is just technique. This is technicality. You can figure it out. You just draw the DP table. You can figure out this. This is not the hard part. The hard part is to figure out this line, right? Line 68. That's the hard part. But if you think again, almost all DP problem, right? It's, well, I shouldn't say almost all. Some is, if we consider the first like if you're given an array, or use an array, right? You're given an array, and some DP problem is if the first k subarray of 0 to k, if that can achieve the maximum result, right? And then the k plus 1 is also the maximum result. So you just try to figure out how to add the k plus 1 value into it. And usually this is, you can figure out, like when you add this, a common technique is either included or you're not included. And then when you're included, we'll have to add something that in the front. So we just go one by one. That's one type of DP problem. You grow, right? You grow the list one by one until it's the full list. Now another one is like this, right? It's like this. It's a divide and conquer, right? So divide and conquer, usually the ideal is you pick one value, right? You pick a splitting point and you split into two halves and you have to consider the spanning. That's usually how it goes. I think that's how I was trying to solve this problem. The first time is I tried to solve the spanning. But this specific one, the spanning is hard because you can't, right? Well, you can split into two, but if you split into two, then you have to consider the spanning. That's just very complicated. Another way is, like, say, you take some value. Say, that's the first one I want to consider. Then you have the remaining. That's what I thought today, right? If I take one value out and I have the remaining value, if I know the remaining value, then I know the total. But the problem is if I take it out and consider as the first, then the remaining would doing a combination, all right? And at each level we do a combination. That gives us 2 to the nth complexity, which is not wise. Now the smart of this is we don't consider that as the first. We don't consider that as the first one to remove, the last one to remove. I don't know. This is just ingenuity, right? Just ingenuity. Just you look at the problem like, okay, I do not want to. But on the other hand, you do know, right? The problem that we have with taking it away is you change the array. When you change the array, you can't divide and conquer. So you will be thinking, okay, can we take a value out, but without changing the array? Yeah, that is actually only apparent if you add the guards, add 1 on both ends. You add the guards, then you can think, okay, if that one the one I pick becomes the guard, right? So that's the eureka moment. If the value I pick becomes the guard itself, then we can split the problem into sub-problems, and it was good. And then you think, okay, if I pick the value and that becomes the guard, what do we do with this value? How can we make this value as the guard? Then you realize, okay, a guard means this value is not picked. So that means we pick a value in the array and we force this value not be able to be dropped in the subsequent recursion, right? And that means that value has to be dropped at the end. And then you realize, oh, if it drops at the end, then immediately we know how this one goes. Yeah. Oh well. Second time. I'm pretty sure, next year we're going to encounter this problem again. Oh, tough. Oops. I wrote it wrong. It's not 2021. Sure, 2022. All right. That'll be it for today. I am going to do the contest later today. So I'll report the result tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Adios.